7th grade, Chapter 10, Lesson 6, Problem Solving, Customary and Metric Conversions. Unlock the problem. Aaron is making fruit punch for a family reunion. He needs to make 120 cups of punch. If he wants to store the fruit punch in gallon containers, how many gallons of containers will Aaron need? So use the graphic organizer below to help you solve the problem. What do I need to find? I need to find how many gallon containers that Aaron will need. What information do I need to use? I need to use the number of cups being made and the number of cups in 1 gallon. How will I use the information? I will make a table to show the relationship between the number of cups and the number of gallons. And then up here at the top, they also have a conversion table that they have shown you. But down here, they've already set down up a table, and we found out that there are 16 cups in 1 gallon. So each cup is 1/16 of a gallon. And then to get from the cups to the gallons, our rule would be to multiply by 1/16. So then we take what, guys? How many cups do we have?
120.
So 120 over 1 times what? 1/16. Can I reduce before I start? Yes, those are both even numbers. So what goes into both of those?
4.
What can we say? 4. Okay. You know, at least 2, right? Because they're even numbers, but 4 does go into both of them. So how many times does 4 go into 120?
30.
30 times. And 4 into 16?
4.
4. Now can I reduce that again? Since those are some bigger numbers, it's okay to do that, but we could go ahead and reduce again. Or we could go ahead and work it out and then reduce it, right? Okay. So let's just go ahead and work it out. So we get 30/4, which equals what, guys?
1, 7.
7 and 2/4, which is also equal to
7
and 1/2. Okay. So Aaron needs 7.5 gallon containers to store the punch. But can we say 7.5? Can you just do half of a gallon? No, because that would be a different measurement. So how many would he need total to cover all of the punch? 8 gallon containers. Will all of the gallon containers Aaron uses be filled to capacity?
No.
No. Because 120 cups only equals what? How many gallons, guys? 7.5 gallons. So 1 gallon will be what? Will be half full. Try another problem. Sharon is working on a project for art class. She needs to cut strips of wood that are each 1 decimeter long to complete the project. If Sharon has 7 strips of wood that are each 1 meter long, how many 1 decimeter strips can she cut? So basically they gave us a conversion table again of how much 1 meter is in 1 meter and then 1 meter compared to a decimeter and things like that. So now we have to read the problem and set it up. What do I need to find? I need to find how many 1 decimeter strips Sharon can cut. What information do I need to use? She has 7 1-meter strips, which can be cut into 1 decimeter strips. How will I use the information? We will make a chart. Solve the problem. So we went ahead and set up a chart. We said on the top row we would put meters, and on the bottom row we would put decimeters. And we learned that for every meter you'll get 10 decimeters. So we put 1 to 2, or 1 to 10, 2 to 20, 3 to 30. And we went ahead and put 7 in there, and we found out that our rule is to multiply by 10. So we got 7 times 10, which equals 70. So Sharon can cut 71 decimeter lengths to complete her project. What relationship did the table you made show. The relationship between meters and decimeters is 1 meter equals 10 decimeters. Sharon showed Eduardo has a drink cooler that holds 10 gallons of water. He is filling the cooler with a 1-quart container. How many times will he have to fill the quart container to fill the cooler? First, make a table to show the relationship between gallons and quarts. If you can use a conversion table to find, how many quarts are in a gallon. So, you guys should have out your study guide that you guys have been using for your measurement quiz. That will help you. But we already also know, because we've been doing this for a while, that 1 gallon you get 4 quarts. So how many quarts would you get in 2 gallons?
8.
8. So basically, to go from gallons to quarts, I am multiplying by 4. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 is
16.
10 times 4 is
40.
Then look at the rule that to help you complete your table. Number of gallons times 4 equals the number of quarts, so we just did that. Finally, use the table to solve the problem. Eduardo will need to fill the quart container 40 times. So, number 2, what if Eduardo only uses 32 quarts of water to fill the cooler? How can you use your table to find how many gallons that is? So basically, we would do what?
32 divided by 4.
You could do 32 divided by 4, okay, because you know that we could do 32 divided by 4, because we know that there are what? What's our conversions, guys? How many quarts are there in a gallon?
4.
There are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. Therefore, we would be going from, we're going smaller to larger and larger to smaller. We're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit. So we would, what do you do when you go from smaller to larger? Divide. Number 3, if Eduardo uses a 1-cup container to fill the cooler, how will that affect the number of times he has to fill a container to fill the cooler? So will he have to fill it more times?
Yes.
Okay, he will have to fill it more times. Because 1 gallon equals what, guys?
16.
Equals how many quarts?
4.
Equals 4 quarts. 1 quart equals what?
2 pints.
Equals 2 pints. And 1 pint equals
2 cups.
So we would multiply. What would we start with? How big is the container?
2 gallons.
How many?
10.
So 10. So we can multiply 10 times what? each one of these things, right? 10 times
16.
4 times 2 times 2, which equals 10 times 16, which equals 160 what? Cups. On your own, Jeremy made a belt that was 6 4/10 decimeters long. How many centimeters long is the belt that Jeremy made? So we have decimeters, 6.4, and then we know how many centimeters long is Jeremy's belt that he made. Now, what you need to do is on your chart, you need to put your finger on decimeters. You need to put your finger on centimeters. Okay, so which one's listed first?
Decimeters.
A decimeter. So you're going to put 1 decimeter equal 1 decimeter equals 10 centimeters because you moved over how many boxes?
1.
1. So remember, each time you loop over, it's a unit of 10, right? So 1 decimeter equals 10 centimeters. So we have 6.4. Which way are we going to loop that decimal? Once to the left or once to the right?
Once to the right. Once to the left.
Right. We're going from decimeters to centimeters. So look on your boxes. Are you going to the left or to the right?
To the right.
To the right because you have a larger unit and you need to have a smaller unit, so it's going to get larger. So you need to multiply. So it would be
64 centimeters.
64 centimeters. Dan owns 9 DVDs. His brother Mark has 3 more DVDs than Dan has. Their sister Marcia has more DVDs than either of the brothers together. The 3 have 35 DVDs. How many DVDs does Marcia have? So we have Dan. He has 9. So over here we can put Dan. 9. His brother Mark has 3 more DVDs than Dan has. So Mark, 3 more DVDs than Dan. So how many does Mark have? 12, right? Because he has 3 more. So just 9 plus 3 is 12. And then their sister Marcia has more DVDs than either of the brothers. And they all 3. So Marcia has more. Together, the 3 have 35 DVDs. How many DVDs does Marcia have? So what do I need to do now? I need to take 9 plus 12 and get 21. And then I need to do what?
21 subtract 35.
Not 21, subtract 35.
35 minus
35 minus 21 gets me, so she has 14.